Well, it's the weekend. I've pretty much played Marvel Heroes to my heart's content. So what is next? Well, more Recettear, of course. Well, I say it's the weekend, but I'm afraid you'll see this video a bit later since it takes so long for my computer to process and compress my videos now. So I'm using Virtual Dub. I've always used Virtual Dub, and since I switched computers, uh, compressing times have gone from 1 hour to 12 hours plus. You know, for the Blood Bowl videos, it's over 24 hours. So I figure it's probably a question of codecs, and I need to find a way to shorten this so that I can produce more videos and faster. Otherwise, it kinda dwarfs my ability to present stuff to you. So if anyone has an idea, well, the comment section is for you. So let's hope someone comes up with a nice solution. Alright, last time we went through the tutorial dungeon and we had a little bit of success. Not that much when you think about it, but overall it was not so bad. And now we'll go check outside. See, there are two events here. If I'm not mistaken, they're minor events. And okay, we can't go to the pub. So what I'll do is do the two events and then go adventuring. Recettear, you came from a finance company, right? What on earth? Yes, that is right. I work for Term Finance. Term Finance. It's French. So you're employed by them, right? What's it like? No, that is not quite accurate. I was contracted to Term through another organization. Thus, I'm not really an employee per se. So you're just contracted? I'm surprised. You seem so... It is not that surprising. Almost all fairies in human society belong to a fairy-specific contract agency. There are, of course, a few free agent fairies out there as well, and so that's how it works. Yes, to tell the truth, it can be difficult for fairies to find employment in human society. So the agencies were founded an age ago in order to help facilitate fairy livelihoods. So yeah, probably... The boss is probably called Pedo Bear. Anyway, I'm closing the parentheses. That's amazing. Great. Alright. Town Square. I love being able to relax in a plaza like this. You never seem to have trouble relaxing even when we are not in the plaza. Well, it's healthy, right? And that was it. Okay, now, the thing is that, if you can see at the top of the screen, time has not advanced yet. Probably because they're not the market or the Merchant's Guild, or either it advances later on, so I'm not completely certain. We don't have that much money, so let's go to Adventure Guild right away. Now Louis is level 6! Yay! And we will depart right away. And now, the Hall of Trials is what we've done. Now we're going to a real dungeon, Jadeway. Okay, let's do this! And we probably won't be able to finish the whole dungeon on this run, but we'll see. Okay, we don't have any items, so it's time to explore. The bees are annoying. Yikes! Well, that was a fish trap. As I was saying, the bees are annoying because they can swoop in and out, so sometimes you can't hit them. And sometimes they can drop honey. And the tentacle monster dropped something. I don't know what it is. We'll know later on. Oh yeah. And there's another annoying monster. The freaking rabbits. Because you saw on the first hit, they tend to jump away from... Oh, God, I hate those. The mushroom... Well, yeah. So they jump away from your hits. And they can be difficult to kill unless you kind of bring them towards a dead end. Oh, that's a bomb. So nothing to find there. So yeah, then the mushrooms. The mushrooms come into several varieties. And the ones that we just saw are the fast-moving, annoying buggers. You have others that burrow into the ground and then come out. Those are much easier to kill because if you notice where they're coming out, you just stand next to it and then you attack like a crazy bastard. Later on, we'll meet other types of monsters, such as knights. Knights are difficult to attack because they have a shield to protect them, so you have to attack them from the side or the back. Okay, the mushrooms can sometimes drop mushrooms. I know, crazy, right? And those can be used, I think, in a few fusions. Well, you stand and fight, you bastard! Damn it! And I got paralyzed by that bastard. Oh! As if I needed that. At least I killed a rabbit. Haha. So I don't know who dropped that. If it was the bee, then it like this, it might end up being honey. And I think they did drop something else aside honey. I'm not... Yeah, my memory is a bit fuzzy here. Okay. Oh, Windbreaker. That's worth some money. That's good. Damn rabbit. Gonna kill you. Stop moving. Yes. Alright. The tentacle monsters are the most annoying ones, especially when you get to those dungeons that have speed boosts for the enemy. That can get really nasty because you barely have time to see them coming, and they can hit really hard. They'll level up. Oh yeah, furball. Those are important because they're used in several different fusions. So yeah, sometimes we'll probably come back here to grind a little bit, farm if you prefer. It's really worth it when you need specific regions. Come on, come here, come here. Boom! So yeah, you can use the traps in your favor sometimes. Okay, so that's the next floor, so we can explore freely here without wondering where the hell is the exit. Alright. Okay, this is a bit dangerous. It's one of the more... Yikes! It's one of the more annoying traps. It doesn't last that long. However, hello, food. Food is always good. Because unless you bring some with you... Jeez, come on. Thank you. Unless you bring some with you, you kind of have to basically use what you find, like I just did. And sometimes the RNG gods are not really nice with you. Okay, crafter's knife. A crafter's knife is a good weapon, well, a fair weapon, but it's not usable by Louis. It's usable by the next hero. Still, that's money in our pockets. Come on. There we go. So you saw it weave in and out of combat. I was able to catch it when it came back down, but sometimes it can be a bit difficult. Alright. So, I will likely run out of space soon. Damn it! Thank you. So when I do, I drink Dos Equis. No. What I was about to say was, when I run out of space, I will likely get rid of the slime fluids. But so far we have 8 more spots to go, and we'll see. We might stop at the 5th floor. Oh man, I'm so out of it. But yeah, depends on how the adventure is going. Alright. Okay. There we go. Haha, took care of you, bastard. And there we go, the damn mushrooms. Ah, well, at least he dropped a mushroom, that's good. And we can't see crap when behind. Ah, that's more food, that's good. Can't see crap when we're behind a tree. Whoa. Aha! Ah, crap. That's why I strongly recommend you play with a controller. Come on. There we go. Lots of unknown ingredients. So yeah, I'll probably stop after the 5th level, simply because I'm running out of space very quickly. Another bomb. Well, we haven't been lucky with those chests. So yeah, as you can see, I try to catch them into a corner, and then they're stuck. And we can kill them at our leisure. Take that. Damn rabbit. Who killed Roger Rabbit? It was me! Alright, so more orcs. Oh! Now it's time to get rid of items. So slime fluid here. Regular slime fluid, you're gone. Raincoat. Better than nothing? Not by much, but certainly better than nothing. That. Oh. And now, candy. I like candy. So then, the point is to get rid of... Well, I'm pretty darn sure this is slime fluid. Aha! Insect trap. So yeah, they drop either honey or insect traps. And I think that insect traps are their main item. Their common item. While the honey that we did drop as well, well, that's their rare drop. I'm not so sure every creature has a rare drop, but I think that most do. If I'm not mistaken, The rabbits drop nut sacks or herb sacks, or something like that. And no, we're not collecting nut sacks. Okay, so now I have to make a choice. This is either an insect trap, slime fluid, powerful anti-venom. Even though its base price is rather high, it doesn't sell well. And I think it's only used in one recipe. So, I'm playing the numbers here and hoping for some good stuff. So, now we have a boss to fight, if I'm not mistaken. Yes! The crown slime. The king of slimes. Oh, that's good. Whoops, that was my mistake. Because, let's face it, it's not a difficult enemy. You just have to be careful and get out of the way so that you don't get hit like I did. Yeah, 2 or 3 hits, then you move away, and you finally kill it. Okay, so we have one more thing to get rid of. I'm keeping this. That's worth a lot of money. Yeah. Egg toast. That's worth a lot of money as well. Walnut bread. Well, let's use it. Okay. This is worth more money. Okay. So here we could go to the next floor or just go back home, and that's what we'll do. Each boss has at least one drop possible. For this one, it can drop slime fluid as usual, or it can drop another type of slime that I just can't remember the name, like slime liver, and it's used in several fusion recipes, so definitely worth using. Okay, and after you've finished a dungeon, you can do a boss run. So basically, you can go through all the floors, some of the floors, or choose a boss run, which basically pits you against every boss that you met in that dungeon in a row. So if you really just want the stuff that the bosses drop, that's the best way to go. However, it's not certain that they'll drop something, so sometimes you can frustratingly grind them and not get anywhere. Windbreaker. Okay, furball, scrap blade, honey +4, chestnut, raincoat, insect trap. So 4 insect traps and 1 honey. So when you find, oh, there we go. So because we had visited buildings and then we went adventuring, that used up 3 parts of the day. So we can't go to Adventurers Guild this time. The pub is open. It's only open at night. However, no event for now. So either we go to the Merchants Guild. The market is also closed. The market is only open during the day. Or we go to Recettear and try to sell stuff. Okay. Let's go play. There we go. Yeah. It's better to have different stuff. There we go. No. Uh, hmm. If we want to make a little bit of money, if we take a look, okay, we haven't spent any money, so that's good. We want to make money because we owe a lot of money anyway. So our merchant level will likely level up as I open the store. Let's do this. Only one person? Yikes. There we go. Yay! We only had one measly customer? Well, at least we leveled up, but still. Yay. So as you can see, profits minus 210. Still, we found a lot of items, so the evaluation is exceeded expectations. That's fine with me. Okay. Day number 4. Probably a new tutorial? Well then, you seem to have developed a basic understanding of how to sell things to people and not drive them to burn the shop in anger. Oh yeah, that's the new tutorial about how we can buy stuff from the customers. Yipperoni! Easy as pie. That's another great one. Yipperoni. I mean, what do you want on your pizza? Yipperoni! What the fuck is that? Being a truly great store owner involves more than selling things, however. There are times when people will want to sell items to you as well. Really? I suspect we will begin to get such offers soon. Of course, we leveled up. But I already buy stuff from the guild in the market, so why should I worry about buying stuff from the customers? There is one major difference between a guild or market purchase and a purchase from an individual. Individuals do not have set prices. In other words, you can screw them! Ha ha ha! You can haggle as you do when selling. Haggle down, that is. Ooh, so I can get stuff really cheap? Most of the time. But there is one customer that you do not want, and she sells stuff for more than an arm and a leg. Probably a couple of eyes, a liver, and a prostate. Okay, but that seems like it'd be pretty hard. But admittedly, buying and selling are not that different. The customer shows you an item they wish to sell, and then you set a price and perhaps negotiate. Obviously, you wish to pay less than the base price of the item. Okay, so buy low, sell high, right? Well, that is the very core of a successful business. Now then, shall we practice? So, it's a tutorial. KO! Let's do this fast. Okay. When it's the regular price, I think you can buy for like 66%. Let's try this. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, there we go. Between 50% and 70% of the base is a good target. We'll gain an item to sell without giving up too much money. That is essentially how it goes. However, that just reminded me of something. You seem to have a decent enough grasp of it, so let's put the theory into practice again. Alright, so she's going to sell more stuff. Okay. Usually you can get away with offering 50%. Sometimes less. Especially if someone is stupid enough to bring an item that is not that is not in demand, like a blue name. You can really shirk them on the payment. Okay. There we go. No, I don't want to practice again. We've been through those tutorials already. Okay. Um, I will just go check outside if something is glowing. Yes, the town square. The Adventurers Guild is closed. Well, that's too bad. Hmm. Yes. No. So what is Louis up to? That's Louis! What in the name of heaven is he searching for over there? Okay, let's go ask. Why do I get a feeling that I would much rather not get involved? Louis, hello! Oh, Recettear, what's up? What are you doing wandering around here? Oh well, I got hungry, so I decided to take a look and see if I could find some edible grasses or herbs or something. Why does this not surprise me in the slightest? But I'm not sure which of these are edible, you see? Louis, if you eat that, you'll blow up your stomach. That would be interesting to see. You can eat those, but they taste best if you clean them. Now the plants with the soft leaves at the east end of the plaza, those taste the best. You should try them. How is that you know so much about edible plants, especially ones located here of all places? Thanks a ton, Reset. I owe you again. No problem. Remember to wash what you find. Why do I feel as though that is the least of his concerns? Alright. So we've already visited the place, so we know time will pass when we get back to Recettear. So let's go check the... Okay, nothing is for sale. Alright. Can we... Well, no. It's not really worth selling stuff directly unless you're really strapped for cash. And these I want to keep. At the market, let's take a look at what they have. They have necklaces, capes, scarves, shoes, rings sometimes, treasures, and books. Books are important. They have the same price, pretty much. So I'm buying some because I know that the little girl will really annoy me later on. And you have food and medicine. Medicine can be used to boost your an adventurer's max hit point, for example. Alright. Later on, they will also sell wallpapers, tiles, and counters and stuff like that. So let's go back to Recettear. So, as you can see here, one period of time passed. Okay, so time to make some money. After all, we can't go adventuring. Alright, go Louis, buy that sword, please. Aha. We know that's pretty much what he pays. Yay! Just combo. Come on. Need money and experience. Ah, crap. Oh well. It's Louis' fault for not acting faster. We'll sell him something better later on. Okay, so she wants to sell stuff. Ah, oh, jeez, I hate her. Bitch. She broke my my combo. No. Okay. Okay. Come on. We need more customers. Aha! Yay! So the just combo doubles every time. speaking of time, I plan on doing some mild schedule management for you from now on to ensure you are working in an effective manner to pay back the debt. Schedule management? Oh yeah, she explains that the day is divided into 4 parts. No problem. What you can do and how much you can do depends on the time of day. So any action will take 1 part of the day, except for adventuring, which takes 2. The clock's been broken into 4 areas. Think of each part as a slice of time. A slice, like a pie. Oh come on man, I'm hungry now. So indeed, I thought I would be able to keep your attention if I made it rather similar to some sort of sweet food. You know me very well, dear. So there's the morning slice, the afternoon. I'm getting hungry. Oh, come on, don't repeat it again. Uh, uh, Anyway, now to explain the detail. Generally, you can only act between morning and night. When night ends, you need to go to bed. Trying to run a shop while sleep deprived is unpleasant, so I'll close up when it gets late. So you essentially have 2 options for each slice. You can open the store for a time or go about town on business. You cannot do both at once, so decide in advance what you need to do. To be clear, opening the shop will consume a slice. So what you can do, however, is just take a peek outside of the store and see if there are any events that are available. If none are, you can just go back in and it won't spend time. So that's good. To be clear, opening the shop will consume a slice. After returning to the store after going out, regardless of what you actually do, will also consume a slice. So as long as you do 1 action outside, it will consume time. If you don't, then you can come back and time won't pass. But what if I go to like the plaza and then the chapel? You can get around town easily enough to avoid consuming a slice with each move. So you can visit the whole city in one go and it costs 1 slice. Only when you return to the store will the clock advance. So in that case, I should do a lot when I leave the shop, indeed. Yes, that is a good attitude to take. Now, there is another vital element, leaving town altogether. Well, yeah, visiting a dungeon will consume 2 slices no matter what. It takes that long, so if I go in the morning, I will get back in the evening. That's precisely how it works. Thus, you can only leave for a dungeon at an early point in the day. If it is night, or you have done something else that evening, you cannot go. So, in theory, you can go to a dungeon twice during the day if you go right at the beginning, and then at the beginning of the evening. Because if I did go, I'd get back real late, right? Exactly. Not only would you annoy your adventure companions with staying out so late, you would also be dead on your feet the next day after returning. Man, this is a lot to wrap my head around. You will get used to it, I'm sure. Before you know it, you will be thinking about it naturally. Indeed. You think so? Alright. Well, it helps that you will always be able to see how much time a particular action will consume. Simply pay attention to the clock. That is everything. If you ever want to go over this again, blah blah blah, tutorial. Okay, Pike, that's another one. She's just weird. Crazy little girl. Do I have enough stuff? No, I don't want to talk to you. Okay, 1 book. And let's open the store. So, at the beginning of the next day, we're going adventuring. We need supplies bad. Aha! Grandfather is a good enough, is one of the good customers. Alright. Oh, little bitch. Okay. Sometimes you will see a heart appear when dealing with a customer. That means that they now trust us more and they will spend more money. Alright, near a pin, that's good. More experience is always good. Okay, walnut bread is not important. Do I have anything? Oh, okay, still. Alright. Well, we just need to sell a few times. Here comes Louis again. We rarely sell treasures. There is one customer who likes to buy them, so I'm surprised I sold that one, especially since it's bad. Okay, that's fine. Come on, just one more, one more. Yes. Okay, level up. Whee! At least we were able to level up before the end of the day. Haha. And we made money. Lots of money. So, it's now day 5. And new tutorial? Well, you seem more or less used to the basics of running an item shop. Hey, you think so? There is one other matter, however. You cannot always be certain that the customer will know what they want when they come in. What do you mean? Like the frickin' little girl. They may come in thinking, what should I make for dinner? What would be a good weapon? And so forth. They will not be quite sure what exactly they wish to purchase when they come through our door. In such a case, we must provide them with advice to help them decide. Wait, how could I do? It's pretty simple. Many customers will simply give up if they do not find something suitable for their needs on our counters. However, others, will realize that we may have reserved stock and will inquire as to whether or not we have something they seek. Like frickin' books, that damn little girl! That is when you may suggest an item you think they would like. In a sense, it's the ultimate chance to show your skill as an item shopkeeper. If you know what someone desires, you will very likely impress them and cause them to return. Yeek, no pressure then, none at all. Oh, another practice, it's no different than blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. KK, welcome. I would like a sword, please. Okay. Well, she's explaining that it's better to try and sell those weapons to the adventurers. Okay, even if an adventurer must retreat while in a dungeon, the equipment is not lost since it's their possession. If they bought it, of course. So selling better equipment to our adventuring friends is a good idea, even if you must undersell to them a little, especially Louis at the beginning. Accessories work the same way, so think carefully about what you sell, who you sell what to, and what effect it may have on their performance. Whoa, I hope I can keep track all of this. If you look at the details of an item when selling to one of our adventuring friends, you can also check what that person currently has. Now that we should continue. Affirmatification! Okay, that was weird. Okay, I would like a sword, please. And, whoo, steel sword, yay! Okay, and of course, when we propose something that they do want, it's like a regular sale. If they don't want that item, you're kind of screwed and they will leave, and hell, will probably break your chain. A weapon. There we go. And another one. The tutorials. Yeah. I'm doing this pretty fast. Fantastic, you are ready for everything. If you ever wish to practice this again, simply... I don't need practice. I need money. Money, 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 money. However, this is a very good time for us to stop. And next time, we'll go adventuring, probably twice during the day. And now we'll start at floor number 6. So we'll encounter stronger monsters and hopefully get some really interesting items for sale. Anyway, so that's it for today. I'll see you next time. I hope you had fun.